Welcome to Yo-11 Minutes. Yo-11 Minutes, mostly Vegas, no BS casino experience, and more. Michael Traeger is a casino and travel loyalty expert who also helps people turn their travel dreams into reality. And now, Michael Traeger. How's it going, Michael?
It's going great. I made it back to Charlotte after 1 o'clock in the morning last night, so I'm still a little bit in a daze, but Tahoe was great. But I sort of reflected this morning that I was actually in Tahoe for like over 6 days.
Huh? Do you miss the views and the couch and the fireplace and the cognac and the piano?
I miss all of that. Yeah, I'm missing the Tahoe life. I actually wish I had had a few more days to just chill because there was very little chilling going on.
Right.
That was a really good. It was a great trip. It was really good. It's just you feel like you need that time to decompress, but sometimes you just can't fit that all in. And I'm off to Vegas on November 1st. Are you going to be around?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'll be around. I live and work here. There's not many other places for me to go.
Oh, that's true. I can come stalk you.
Yeah, you could. Or you could just
I'm very much looking forward to that. Oh, man, I shouldn't say that. Okay, that's horrible. Someone will take it all. Anyway, so what's going on? Is there any news going on, or is this like a no Vegas news week?
Oh no, we got some news today. It is time for the news and views. Fountainebleu Las Vegas has tapped Grammy Award nominated and 8-time Diamond certified global superstar Post Malone to headline its inaugural New Year's Eve weekend festivities on Saturday, December 30th and Sunday, December 31st. Post Malone will perform 2 consecutive nights at the resort's 3,800-seat Blue Live Theater. Tickets to the performances will go on sale Friday, October 20th at 10 a.m. Pacific Time. Fountainebleu Las Vegas will offer a robust New Year's Eve package that includes a 2-night stay in one of the resort's rooms and suites. Starting at $3,700, Yep, 3720s. There's a comma between that 3 and 7. Yeah, $3,700. The package also includes a pair of row A tickets to Post Malone's show at Blue Live Theater on either night of choice, in addition to a $250 resort food and beverage credit. And that's it for the news. Now for the views. Michael, what are your thoughts on Fountainebleu starting the new year with a bang?
$3,700. You know, what's interesting here, the way it reads is everybody gets a pair of row A tickets. So
you get row A tickets. You get row A tickets. Everybody gets row A tickets.
And I think what's interesting about that is it's starting at $3,700. So that must be for a base room. So basically, if you want to spend more than $3,700, you can get a suite. But this package, wow, that's some package. That's pretty cool. I mean, the main thing I was thinking about, and I've wondered this a little bit. I mean, does it really? I understand these packages. Like, you get everything that you want. You get the room, you get the row A, like you get the experience you want. But I think sometimes you can split things up a little bit and do pretty well. I mean, I have no idea if this show is going to absolutely sell out. But I don't know if it's always absolutely brilliant to be buying everything in advance. There's also other stuff happening on New Year's Eve. So, I mean, it might be a way also to secure a room at Fountainebleu. But I think their rooms are selling. I haven't looked recently because I didn't know we were discussing this today. I haven't looked recently, but I think you could still get rooms for New Year's Eve. So what's your opinion on that? Like buying things sort of a la carte or actually buying these packages?
I would say if you really, really want to secure row A seats to see Post Malone, I think the fans are going to do it. He's phenomenal. He's very popular. I don't think they're going to have a problem. The thing is, the scheduling of New Year's Eve is the only thing that's going to be kind of tricky because, you know, some people have already made plans and stuff. But I think they'll fill the seats one way or another, at least row A.
Well, you know, here's my other question for you. I mean, just totally pragmatic. I mean, especially since, like, I mean, this isn't the fucking opera, so everyone isn't going to be sitting in their seats the entire time. Does row A really make that much of a difference? Like, does anything, like, to me, anything in the first 10 rows, like the true first 10 rows, seems to be equivalent to me. Like, the only time it makes a difference is, like, seriously, when I go to the opera, I mean, obviously, you can sit closer, but half the time you're gonna be standing at a concert or something anyway. It just seems.
Oh, Michael, you speak like a tall person. You see, for short people like me, I would kill for row A seats to fucking anything. So
I am not a tall person. I'm like barely 5'10", but I like the way you say you speak like a tall person.
Because they're the only ones having real fun at concerts. That's just how it is.
Okay, so at least that's a couple of you. It just had me thinking about it for a moment. But I guess I'm not a frugal person, but some of the prices today just absolutely blow my mind. Like I don't know what world that we're in, but hey, it's supply and demand. I mean, I don't blame anybody. If you can sell things for a certain price, you're definitely going to get it. And I think F1's learning a little bit of their lesson that they're going to have to adjust their prices a little bit. So, I guess supply and demand.
I drove through the Strip yesterday on my way somewhere, and I passed by the front of Bellagio, and it's just the term gaudy monstrosity comes to mind. When it comes to the seats that they have up there, the grandstands and everything, completely just blocking the fountains altogether. It just looks horrible there right now.
You know what the problem is?
Oh my God. I can't believe they allowed that to happen though. Like, I don't know.
But seriously what the problem is here? It's like some kid with a fucking video game. Like when they do it on a video game and they have like all the cars racing in front of the Bellagio fountains, that's all done by computerized animation. So you don't have to worry about it. It's like someone looked at a video game and didn't say, this looks really cool. And I totally get it. You want to have the cars going in front of the Bellagio fountains, but did somebody really think this through?
No. I
mean, they really think through, can we practically have this race course going like this? And I get it. I get why they wanted to do it, but you know what? Real life Las Vegas is not a video game.
Exactly.
I mean, it's real. There's repercussions on these things. Anyway, don't get me started. But it seems like maybe they hired some kid who did video games to plan the whole thing.
It's possible.
Next year they'll have aliens landing in the middle of the Strip.
Why not? I would actually welcome that. I think that would be pretty awesome.
Okay, good. That's it. No more. By the way, no more rants about F1 for 3 more episodes.
Okay, we'll do what we can. We'll do what we can. Thanks, I'll do my best.
Thank you.
And now it's time for the tease. I'll give you a hint. N.C.M.
I'm giving people a moment to say, what the hell is N.C.M? But N.C.M is actually a really cool concept that Caesars Entertainment has. And I don't often say a lot of really positive things about Caesars, though they have a really good loyalty program. Caesars Rewards still has a lot of elements of it that are great. But Caesars has a program called N.C.M, which is National Casino Marketing. And that is a program in which you get one host who is independent, who is part of the N.C.M network, and they help handle anything that you need for Caesars at any property in the country. They also handle things like people's 7 stars trips or booking reservations, but it's a really good program. And the reason why I'm mentioning it is because most people don't know about it. I actually do not think any other casino company has it. Though a side note to that is that no other casino companies other than MGM and Caesars have so many properties throughout the country. But we had a N.C.M host, Sandy Kramer of S&S Casino Tours, help us at ZorkFest this year, and she was awesome. Not only did she help people who had never played at Caesars get rooms and suites at Harrah's Tahoe, but she also helped coordinate our private craps table, as well as the slot pull and the filming for it. So I'm just saying that this is something for people to think about if they want to have one host at Caesars for all the properties. Now, the other thing is, this doesn't change. You know, she still has the same criteria of other hosts, if you know what I mean. Like it's not like she's gonna be able to necessarily get you more, but you have one point of contact. But there is one interesting element, Michael. Do you know what that is?
No, I do not.
Okay, well, the interesting element is that regularly when you deal with a host at a property, especially if it's a new property that you go to, another Caesars property, you're advocating for yourself. And what's great about an N.C.M host, if they're a good N.C.M host, and almost all of them are, and they're independent, they're advocating for you. And that's because their financial model is set up advocating for you, because that's how they get compensated by being hosts for people. So it's sort of nice because you have someone else advocating for you. So you can advocate for yourself, but it's good to have that. So something to think about. Or as I like to say to people, just understand your action. For full disclosure, if your action is really light and you're a $25 blackjack player and you do, $500 in coin in on slots, no host is going to help you, N.C.M or otherwise. So, or as I like to say, people who have shitty casino action or shitty play, well, their play is still going to be shitty when a national casino marketing host looks at it or a regular host looks at it. Because the biggest complaint I get most of the time from people when they complain about a host is that they are not self-aware that they're not gambling enough to really deserve a host. And that's not meaning to insult people. It's just you've got to be aware of how your action is represented, just like how Wynn doesn't like me as much as they used to.
I don't think Wynn has ever liked me, but that's just, I'm a low roller in the wrong casino. That's just what it is for me.
Yeah, but this is a great topic, though. You understand what you are when you're there. So you're not bitching to people saying, hey, I tried to get in contact with the host at Wynn and they wouldn't talk to me or they just ignored me. I mean, you're basically saying, I know what my action is. A host at Wynn is going to laugh at me, so I'm not going to bother them. So that's sort of okay, right? And that's a conversation. One of the hardest problems about casino loyalty and casino stuff is people never want to discuss it. Like when people say to me, like, I gambled a lot. I don't know what the hell that means. To some people, that means they lost $100. To some people, that means they played 8 hours at a $300 average. To another person. So I always try to qualify for people. And it's like, people are very private. Well, I don't want to tell you what I really played. Well, if you're not going to say what you really played, what your action was, how can anyone give you advice on whether you're being ill-treated by the property, right? I mean, it doesn't make sense. Like if you don't say what it is, if you said to me, well, I'm a low roller, I put in like $500 coin in a day, I'd say, well, that's a reason why none of the hosts want to speak to you. I mean, but if you don't tell me what that means, like if you say I lost a lot of money, and to you, that's $200, which is fine. I mean, maybe that is a lot of money to somebody. That's fine. But if you just use terms like a lot of money, it's very hard to help people, in my opinion.
Good stuff to know. Before we get going, is there anything on your mind?
No, not really. Well, actually, one thing's on my mind. We'll discuss this next time. I keep saying next time all the time. This book. And look at that quote. Really interesting quote there. This book is not an advantage play book. This is more of like a psychology of like how you should deal with gambling. So more like money management and stuff like that. But it's very, very interesting. It's out of print. It's written by Lyle Stewart. Lyle Stewart is one of my favorite people in the world. He was pretty much so put out of business by Wynn when Wynn sued him in a defamation lawsuit over one of the other books that he wrote. He was a crazy baccarat player, and he's a great storyteller, and he happens to have also lived in the town where I grew up, Fort Lee, New Jersey. So anyway, Lyle Stewart, Casino Gambling for the Winner. Very interesting book to buy, and you can find it on the Amazon.
On the Amazon. All right, well, that's going to do it for this episode. Luxury travel booking, TravelZork Travel. Visit us at TravelZorkTravel.com to plan your next amazing vacation, and please join the conversation on social media. You can find us easily. All social platforms are at TravelZork. We'll see you next time.